What's up, everyone, and happy Monday. My name is Keisha. If you are new to my channel, welcome. If not, then welcome back. So for today's video, I want to just talk about where I am currently right now. Because there has been so much that has been going on in the back end of my journey, right? And so I just want to release this video to maybe help somebody else who maybe you are currently going through the same thing I am, or whenever you do come across this video, and if you are facing what I am currently facing, then maybe this will be able to help you in some type of way with where you are. And the title of this video is going to be when you finally come to the end of yourself and the full beginning of God. And what that means to me is that whenever you fully surrender everything, and when I say everything, I mean every single thing to God, because we can often say we give God something and surrender it to Him, like our problems or whatever we are going through, but then we find ourselves still stressing, still worrying, just going through the motions, mentally being broken down, emotionally being broken down because of whatever that thing is that you're currently facing. And so that has been me for like the past 2 weeks, where I know the enemy has tried to throw his best shot at me. And he's doing this because I am so close, right? I'm almost there where I'm about to step into the newness of what God has for me. And because the enemy knows this, he's trying to hit me with his best shot, if you will, to knock me down and to just stop me from even reaching and stepping into my next. And I had been in a place, in a space, mentally just going through it, emotionally just going through this attack of, this warfare that I have been experiencing. And it has been the hardest that I have experienced this far. And let me tell you, it has not been no joke. I might have mentioned in one of my last videos, a couple of videos ago, that I was at a place where I'm like, Lord, like, I'm ready to give up. But the Holy Spirit didn't even allow me to even speak those words. And see, this is how you know how close you are with God, is that even in moments like that, like the Holy Spirit still did not even allow me to even speak that. I just still had to get into a place of, okay, like just going to God and just always doing that, because that's always my go-to, is either fasting or in praying, or just either way I'm seeking God in some manner. But sometimes it just seems like this thing is still weighing me down. Well, at least this time that was the case. It just seemed like I felt like I was about to break down, and just emotionally, right, and mentally. And the other day, though, I don't know, something switched. The switch went off. I can't even tell you exactly what it was, but it was just something in me that said that I can't. I can't. And my I can't was, I can no longer allow this thing to affect me like this situation, this circumstance. Like, I can no longer allow this, like, because when you are emotionally and mentally brought down, or just broken about something, like, it will take a toll on your body, your mind, your heart, just whatever. And I felt it. I felt what it was doing to me internally. And I told myself, I said, no, I know what stress does. I know, what the issues, the illnesses, diseases of that can be caused by too much worry and stress, just the overload, right? And the heaviness of whatever that thing is, that circumstance that is overtaking you. And so that is just where I was. And I said, no. I said, no. And I kept saying, no, God, I can't. I can't. And that's all I kept saying, like, throughout the rest of the night. Before I prayed, I'm like, God, I can't. I can't. And I'm like, the next day, too, I was like, God, I give it to you. Like, I threw my hands up in surrender. I'm like, God, I can't. This is yours. This is not my fight. What I've been doing has not been working. I feel what's happening. I don't want this feeling. God, I give it to you. All of it. Every inch, everything, God, it is yours. Take it. Just take it. You can have it. It's yours. And you fight it. I no longer want to fight. And I can't tell you the peace that came over me. Like, there was just settling in my heart. And I'm like, I'm okay. And I kept saying that, God. I kept saying that too, like, God, I'm okay. I'm okay, God. I'm okay. Because although I felt it, I just still wanted to, like, just continue to say that and speak that so that it can really fully resonate with my mind as well. And that I can really be in a full place of being okay. Still going through the situation, but I'm okay. And I knew that that was me coming to the end of myself and coming to the beginning of God, and really letting God do what God needs to do, letting God be God in our circumstances and situations like that, because that is ultimately what he is trying to do from the beginning. And I know in that moment, God said, this is the place that I have been trying to get you to. This is it. So for me, it was like, okay, I know I made the right decision. And it's like just giving everything and just not worrying, because that just takes a load off of you that you do not and are not supposed to carry. And so if we aren't careful, we can give things to God but still be carrying it too. And it doesn't work like that. It can't work both ways, because that means that we are going to interfere in some type of way and not let God do what God fully needs to do. And if we continue to get in our own way with trying to either correct the situation or just letting the situation just overtake us in whatever way, because we are choosing to dwell or just handle it in a way that we aren't supposed to, that is what causes us to not be able to be ready or just step into the newness, or even still allowing the enemy to win, because he feels like if I can get this person broken down emotionally, then they're not going to be no good for what God has for them. So in some type of way, you're allowing the enemy to win, right? And that's kind of what I felt like I was doing. Like, in some type of way, I'm pretty sure he felt like he had one up. He felt like, okay, this is working. And so he would continue to let that thing continue to happen to me. So it's like you're still giving him the power because you're losing yours and not letting God take the full control as he needs to. So in doing so, I know that the enemy had to leave, or he had the revelation, like, dang, now I gotta go, because now she's not where she was. Now I know she done let God in, and now I don't have a place here anymore. What I was doing now is not working for her. It's not working anymore. So he has no choice but to leave. And now God can really come in and do the work. And now you are where God needs you to be. So now you're ready to step into what God has for you next. So this is why I just wanted to get on here today, just to help somebody, right? To get somebody else to get to the end of their self and of the end of their suffering, and understanding too that when the other revelation that I got is that although like I said, we don't like to suffer, right? We don't like to go through the things that we go through, but it's inevitable, right? We are going to go through things. And the revelation I got was Jesus. Listen, when I heard this, it really gave me a slice of humble piece of pie to eat, and I ate it, because it's like Jesus suffered more than any of us would ever suffer in this life. The one who did no wrong, who did not sin, suffered more than any of us ever will. So it's like his suffering compared to my suffering is nothing. And if he did it for me, to free me, then ultimately that means I am already free if I allow myself to be. If I gain a different perspective, if I come to the end of myself, if I let God fight and do what he's going to do, I don't have to suffer the way that I am suffering. I am ultimately choosing to suffer like this because I am not fully giving God the reins or the space to come in and fully be God and Lord over my life or over my situation. So that's why sometimes we suffer way more than we are supposed to, because we are choosing to continue to carry. We are choosing to continue to worry. We are choosing to continue to stress and fight battles in situations that are not ours to fight in the first place. It is God. So ultimately, letting him come in is letting you come to the end of yourself in the full beginning of God. And that's it. It's easier said than done. I promise you. It's probably going to take you a couple of times. It's probably going to take you a couple of things to go through before you get it. But if you continue to remain steadfast in who God is, I promise you, like myself, you too will get there. So with that being said, listen, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And I hope that everybody has a beautiful day, a blessed day. And as always, let's be motivated, but most importantly, let's stay inspired.